Okay, so SB19 spilled the tea last night. The official concept and art style guide for their Saw era was dropped by Ofifi, and honestly, our minds are still reeling. Seriously, how did they pack so much meaning into those teasers and the trailer? It's like, every little detail has a story. You can just tell it was a total brain trust situation, with SB19, 1Z, and all those super creative folks working together. Honestly, the depth they revealed, we're going to be unpacking this for ages. So grab your favorite snacks, because we're diving deep into this concept dissection. Let's get started. Let's start with the creatives that SB19 worked with in this endeavor. It's revealed to be Iana Chris Forbes and Louis Anthony Duran. These two geniuses of creative works have had tons of experiences working with SB19 as a group and as individuals before. Iana Forbes is founder of Quiversmith's PH, who are actually the people behind the gorgeous SB19 canvas paintings teaser images. Iana is also the one who painted Philip's Boulin cover art, and was also the photo colorist and editor of Mappa Band version. Quiversmiths also has experience working with Josh's solo works and Justin's Vizor Society. While Anthony Doran introduces himself as a photographer and a full-time designer and developer on his website, he also had experience working with SB19's What and Philip's Superior Son. Now with that said, here's what we'd like to highlight first. In the concept and creative planning they revealed last night, there's this statement: everything is meaningfully connected and tangled up in an elaborate concord, with stoic and classic serif text encapsulated by the overgrowth. We imply and represent both sides of our campaign, the beginning and the end. Now here's what caught our attention: the spotlight they gave to the design of the letters or typeface of the word damn. They made it clear that the middle part of the letter A in damn is actually a top view of the apple, which we now know symbolizes their 18, bound to the overgrowth. They especially had it hand-drawn, illustrated, and carefully kerned for readability. Now let's move on to their stated goal in this art concept. Here it is. We wanted to create a visual material that you can feel. We took inspiration from the track's punch and what its strength could do to certain materials. By the help of textures, the design has become a very tactile experience, making sure you feel each grain of sand, the crevice on the rocks, and the gritty chaos of it all. This goal and vision explains the apparent tangibility of the vibes and aura this concept is giving. SB19 and the creatives want us to get immersed in this world of simula at Wakas, and we dare say they're doing great at it as far as we can see and yes, feel. Now moving on to more of their typography reveal. Based on the outline and notes they gave here, it's now revealed that for the simula heading and subheadings fonts and typefaces, they've used the Parisian and Gotham Black typefaces respectively. Now here's more fleshing out of SB19's goal under the body of the outline. The start always warrants an end. We and everything else we have ever known will always be subject to ruin, decay, and perish. We sprout, blossom, and eventually wilt. Humanity's concept of survival in this linear cycle has thousands of iterations and interpretations. But despite the race, culture, and every imaginary classifications we have put up in pursuit of distinction and divide, mankind always perseveres to leave one thing behind: legacy. We can't agree more with the beautiful and profound thoughts expressed here. Eventually, fame and success will fade, all subject to decay and eventual ruin. One of the most important pursuits is to leave behind a legacy for future generations. In just these few paragraphs, we can see and feel the utmost source of SB19's hope and dream for this era, and of course for their whole career. They're aiming to truly leave a mark of their own, a legacy they can be proud of, that fans can draw strength, happiness, and inspiration from, even decades ahead of us from now. Alright, we're not done yet, but we will continue this on the second part of this little dissection we did. Again, we've only scratched the surface of the real depth hidden within the whole universe of this era. Watch out for the second part of this analysis. See you in the next video.